Okay, so it is 4:12 in the morning. This clock is an hour ahead because I've been messing with the time a little bit. It's very late, so much so that it is now morning in the game, but I just got to a point now where I think I'm ready to take on the 5th gym leader. I pretty much spent the entire evening doing as much as I could possibly do before having to fight another gym leader. So I fought all the trainers at Lake of Rage. I did the whole rocket hideout thing. It doesn't let me go past Mahogany, unfortunately. I fought all the enemies. There was a lot of trainers in this friggin' Whirl Islands route, and the map is huge. So I did all that, and so now pretty much all that's left is kind of just like the 3 badge boss rush in the middle of the game here. I have made some changes to my team. I did talk about which changes I was thinking of making, and then I actually did end up making them. So I ended up dropping Lavatar to pick up Haunter. I taught it Thunder Punch. It does get Shadow Ball at 42, but I'm kind of thinking that I might just get it now and teach it with the TM, because like realistically, like who else am I going to teach Shadow Ball to? I might have gone for like Slowking, but Slowking will probably have like Flamethrower and Elemental Punch, Psychic, and then probably Surf. So we got Surf, Psychic, Flamethrower because it gets it from the move tutor for some reason, and then I think it can learn the Elemental Punches. So I don't think I have room for Shadow Ball on there anyways. But I also feel like Haunter slash Gengar has very mild utility as an actual ghost type. Due to its poison typing, it makes it weak to psychic types, so it's like, you know, it's not going to outspeed an Alakazam. And if it gets hit by an Alakazam with psychic, it's definitely going to die. So it's like, would it be helpful to maybe just throw Shadow Ball on somebody else? Like, I don't know if Growlithe can learn it or something. Probably. Slowking kind of seems like the best bet. If it can't get the Elemental Punches, then yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to quickly go over my team. I just got Slowpoke to evolve to Slowking. So what I was doing is I was waiting till level 29, because that's when Slowpoke learned Psybeam, because I didn't want to get stuck with Confusion until like level 40 something when I get Psychic. So I was like, you know what, let me get Psybeam. It was a bit of a slog. It was really hard, because like Slowpoke kind of sucks. Like we said, like he's a physical attacker, he's not poor special stat, which completely ruins his utility. Fortunately, we managed to get Slowking. I had to backtrack all the way to fucking Union Cave to get the King's Rock. And then I just used it. No trading required. You just use it like an evolution stone. And Slowking graces us with his presence. Just in the nick of time, too, because this Psybeam is going to be incredibly helpful with clearing Chuck. And he's actually, he's quite tanky. So his special defense specifically, like he can take some hits. Like he's got a lot of health. Like he's pretty tanky. So I'm pretty interested in that. He does have like mildly worse, slightly physical defense, but a lot of these Pokemon seem to have like running Thunder Punch, I think, on a Sudowoodo for coverage. Like, he ain't gonna be able to touch me with that. They are running Feint Attack, Pursuit. So that's gonna cause potential problems there. But even then, like, Slowking could probably tank that shit. So, yeah, I think Slowking is pretty much gonna carry us to victory on this one. I did, like, probably everything that I could possibly do before challenging these 3 gyms. So I feel like for the first gym, I'm going to be like right on par with Chuck's levels. I haven't done the Lighthouse in Olivine yet, so I'm probably going to do that. And then hopefully that'll bring me up to like low to mid 30s for the Jasmine fight. And then from that point, it's pretty much straight to price. So I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I did decide to go for that order. Initially, I was going for Chuck first because I was tired of walking around and backtracking everywhere, and I really wanted just access to fly. So that was where I was going. But then after kind of reviewing the document here for Crystal Legacy, I was like, it kind of makes sense. You know, like my team is most equipped to handle Chuck right now. And I think that if I take Chuck on 6th or 7th, he's going to add a pincer to his team. His team levels are, for some reason, his like Polyrath Ace. Oh no, they all have... Never mind. So I was going to say his Polyrath Ace is level 38 if you wait, but they all have a level 38 Ace. So if you challenge them for the 7th gym. So I could probably handle the pincer. Like, it's probably not that big of a deal, but it's fine. You know, I decided I want to go for Chuck first, and then I think I'm going to go for Jasmine next, just because I think that's going to be, like, the move for me here. Yeah, because I don't really want to take on Jasmine last, because then she's going to have a level 38 Caesar and a level 38 Steelix with Earthquake. And, like, I don't know, that just sounds like a lot. So I decided to take Price last because, you know, he's got water. I have pretty solid water coverage. He does have ice as well. I think I have pretty decent ice coverage. Like, I'm going to be able to handle Sneasel pretty decently because he also has a 4x weakness to fighting, which I have pretty decent fighting coverage. And then he also has Jinx, which I have like Feint Attack to deal with that, or like, I don't know, Arcanine. And then he has Piloswine, which I don't know what we're going to do about Piloswine yet, but that's the order I've decided to take the gyms in, so I'm going to try to keep my talking to as much of a minimum as possible here. Anyway, so I'm going to just finish quickly going through the team. There's Haunter. Haunter's been crazy helpful. It was a good idea to get Haunter. I'm glad that I did. The Thunder Punch really takes some pressure off of Bayleaf, especially for Pokemon like Tentacool. So, yeah, really great to have that. Okay, I just have to say, Donphan, like, pretty much single-handedly kicked my team off. Like, Phanpy was the first Pokemon to evolve into Donphan at 25, and this thing has been just obliterating everything. Like, it was so helpful in the Rocket Hideout, like, just destroying all those Poison-type Pokemon, like Weezing, fucking Takedown was helpful for, like, the Golbats. I was switching into Growlithe for, like, Ariados. What else was in there? We had Arbok. I don't know if I already said that. There wasn't a Muck, but there was all kinds of poison types. Donphan was just wrecking house. And then with Rock Smash too, like, look at that attack stat. This thing is a monster. And then with the Quick Claw, I'm just going to keep the Quick Claw on it, because this thing is just insane. So we got Teddiursa. Teddiursa is currently holding the EXP share because he's one level away from evolving. And once this thing becomes an Ursaring, like, honestly, it's a Teddiursa, right? You would expect this thing to be really frail and, like, crappy. This Teddiursa is pretty damn good. Like, it can take hits pretty decently. You know, it's not the tankiest thing in the world, but it takes hits, it doesn't get freaking one-shot, and it does pretty solid damage with, like, Stab, Headbutt. I switched it out for Strength just because I needed Strength, but Feint Attack, you know, like, it's really, this thing is, it's pretty good, and when it becomes an Ursaring in one level, it's going to be even better. So, excited about that. Got Bayleaf here. Bayleaf has pretty much been running the same strat this entire time, with Leech Seed, Reflect, and Mega Drain, and then there was a couple opportunities for me to learn other moves, like Synthesis, or I don't remember, some other move. I also dropped Headbutt for Cut, just because I wanted the HM for Exploration, and Cut is actually just an awesome move now, so it ends up working out, I guess. But anyway, when this thing gets Giga Drain at level 35, I think, I'm just going to keep using this same strat just the entire game, because honestly, Bayleaf, like, this strat has just been crazy. Like, this thing can tank hits pretty well. You get in there, you set up Leech Seed, and then you get the Mega Drain Leech Seed combo, put up a Reflect if it's Fizz, and like they can't touch you. There's nothing they can do, so that's super helpful. Lastly, we have Growlithe. Growlithe finally got Flame Wheel at friggin' level 26. It was so useless before that with just Ember. So finally got Flame Wheel. I'm kind of at a point where I'm not really sure where I want to go with Growlithe at this point, because my original plan was to wait until level 35 to evolve it so that I could get Flamethrower at 35. Otherwise, Arcanine does not get Flamethrower to level 45. So I was like 10 levels early, pushing it to 35. You know, that should be pretty doable, I think. But now I'm at this point where I can see in Steel Gym and Ice Gym the utility of Arcanine coming up here, and I don't know, like, pushing it to level 35, like, a big struggle I've had through this mid-game is that a lot of my Pokemon either didn't get decent moves or didn't really evolve until, like, a little bit later. So I had all these, like, stage 1, like, basic Pokemon pretty deep into the game, where, like, suddenly you're fighting fully evolved Pokemon on enemies' teams, and, like, I still have basic Pokemon, like, that haven't evolved yet. So, you know, Growlithe is pretty much the last of his kind, I'm pretty sure here, yeah. Aside from Teddiursa, but he's right about to evolve. And I have the Firestone already. So I'm like, should I just take Flame Wheel? Like, Flame Wheel's 60 base power. You know, Arcanine is really good. Stab Fire move. Like, am I really going to need Flamethrower before level 45? I think it's 45, and then Extreme Speed is... let me just really quickly look it up here. What I do is I use Control F, and then that kind of helps me just friggin' get it. So, yeah, so it gets Flamethrower at 45 and then Extreme Speed at 50. So, I'm just not sure, man. Like, I'm really just not sure. So, he gets Takedown at 30. I might just elect to keep Headbutt at that point. Headbutt's just a really solid move. You know, Takedown, you got Recoil, you have reduced accuracy. Like, yeah, it's higher in power, but it's like, is it worth the sacrifice? I could also take Leer, but then it's like, what's the point of running Headbutt and friggin' Takedown when you could be running, like, I don't know, something better? But it's like, this thing is an attacker, really, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up evolving it. Like, if I can't get this thing to level 35 by the time, like, if I'm going into to Jasmine's gym and this thing is like low 30s and it's like struggling to do anything meaningful, I'm just gonna evolve it and, you know, whatever. Flamethrower, I'll just get it at 45. Anyways, so now that I've talked for 14 minutes, it's time to attempt to go in here and take out this gym. So I'm going to take the EXP share off this guy because he don't even need it. And I'm going to go ahead and put a berry on this guy. I'm not too worried, which was like my famous last words last time. But honestly, like, when you see Slowking in action, like, you will understand where I'm coming from. Alright, let me just go ahead and pop a save. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. Also, like, 17 hours, bro. I don't know where all these hours are coming from, but I'm putting in hours, man. Okay, so am I gonna lead? I think I'm gonna lead with this guy. I think that's what's gonna happen here. And then I'm probably gonna use Bailey for Pseudo Wudo. And then I don't know, I usually don't like look through the team beforehand, but like I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be, I think this is gonna be a pretty chill fight, methinks. Wahahaha, so you've come this far. Is he gonna toss that boulder? Yeah, there he goes. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go, Chuck. There he is, the boy, the 5th gym leader. Okay, so we're just gonna lead off with Hitmontop. Hitmontop got some buffs in this ROM hack, because it used to kind of really suck. I'm also pretty sure Hitmontop has like pretty decent special defense. So we're gonna kind of see what happens here. I'm kind of expecting him to go for Pursuit. Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like, Gen 2, like, the Psybeam move is, like, a little bit much. Oh, wow, I was not expecting that. Okay, I'll just take the dig. Look at Slowking, man, just absorbing this shit. Like, this guy does not care. Okay, we're gonna go into Pseudo Wudo. Pseudo Wudo is the only thing that has coverage, like, for water types. And he's about to get cranked by Bayleaf, methinks. So there he is, the Pseudo. And, probably gonna lead with the Reflect. Yeah, I think that's the move here. Okay, yeah, he's got Rock Slide, so that's kind of sketchy. Okay, good thing we put the Reflect up. Now we just got to get the Leech Seed up. And once you get the Leech Seed Giga Drain combo going, it's done. Especially when Rock Slide doesn't have 100% accuracy, like, what's he gonna do? And then when you get Giga Drain, like, Giga Drain is buffed in this ROM hack. So level 35, like, once Meganium, because he's gonna be a Meganium at that point, once he gets that shit, it's done. It's done. Like, Giga Drain has basically been buffed to be more on par with, like, a grass equivalent of, like, a Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. It's not, like, as powerful, but it's, like, grass's, like, go-to move. So I think it's, like, 75 or, like, 80 base power or something like that, whereas, like, I think Thunderbolt is, like, 90, and Flamethrower is, like, 80 or 90. I don't know. It's a good move. That's what I know. I'm excited. Okay, there goes Pseudo Wudo. Pretty chill. One could argue that this is easier for me because I'm, like, directly referencing his entire moveset and Pokemon lineup, which would be fair. You know, but it's okay. I'm down with it. Okay, Reflect faded. We're gonna go ahead and just Psybeam this guy. Hopefully Karate Chop doesn't crit. Oh my god, look at that damage, and that's without the Reflect. That's what I'm saying, like, Slowking is a monster. Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop him? Not this Primate, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Nice. And then we get into Poliwrath. So I've been thinking I'm saving Haunter for Poliwrath a little bit. This is going to mean that... So this Poliwrath is holding a black belt. It's going to mean that he's not going to be able to take advantage of that. So his only real option here is to use Hypnosis, Mind Reader, or Surf. Kind of scared of a Surf. Not really. Like, Poliwrath isn't really a special attacker, but... You know... Haunter isn't really a special defender, so... I could go for the Hypnosis, but like at this point I kind of feel like... If I go for this Hypnosis and miss, like, will it even be worth it? Because, like, I could probably 2-hit this Poliwrath. It's just whether or not I can survive the Surf. Alright, let me just go for it. I might not be able to 2-hit it, actually. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I was going for Mind Reader. Actually... I don't know how Mind Reader works in this game. I don't know if it's gonna let him hit fighting moves on me now that because I'm Ghost. I'd like to get the experience from Poliwrath onto Haunter, if possible. It's like I'm not too worried about losing the fight, it's just like I would like to get the kill for Haunter. I feel like if I go for Hypnosis, I'm gonna miss. Oh! Damn, after fucking Morty missed how many times? That's crazy. Okay, hopefully he can stay asleep for long enough for me to kill him, otherwise this will have all been for naught. Okay, good. So we managed to literally cruise through this fight with like nary a scratch, bro. Level 30 Haunter. That's it. You lost, buddy. Cool. So that was pretty chill. I think I made the right decision coming here. And we get the Dynamic Punch TM. That would be kind of sick on, Cool. Yeah, that would be kind of sick on Slowking. Like, I feel like everything would be sick on Slowking, because he's like a pretty solid mixed attacker, actually. Look at that guy. Let's see. Yeah, he's a special attacker leaning, but like, all of his stats are pretty good. Like, except for the speed. Like, he could run some physical attacks for sure. I do kind of like the dig coverage that's happening here. But I don't know that it's entirely necessary now that we have Psybeam Surf on this Slowking. Like, it does help with electric types, but it's like his Dawn Fan. Like, I haven't seen enough electric types give me trouble that would make me think that keeping Dig on Slowking would be, like, entirely necessary. So I kind of actually want to drop it for Ice Punch, if possible, and then maybe keep Headbutt for now. But I don't know if he can learn Ice Punch, so... Anyway, I'm going to pick up Fly, I'm going to go buy the Ice Punch TM, I'm going to go fight the other gym leaders, and I'll keep you guys updated on my journey through Crystal Legacy. And yeah, thanks for watching.